Now starting on the driver's side door panel, there would normally be a plastic cap right here. If yours has it, go ahead and just use a small pick, something like this here, to go ahead and get underneath it and pop it out. Underneath you're going to find a Phillips head screw. Remove that screw. Inside the door handle pull, there's going to be a little plastic button right here. Use your pick. Go ahead and pull that out. Go ahead and remove the Phillips head screw that's behind it. Inside the door handle pull is another Phillips head screw right here. I'm going to go ahead and remove this here. We have a fourth screw right here on the side of the door panel. Go ahead and remove that one. Use a trim tool to remove this piece here. Ours happens to be just a little bit loose. We're going to go ahead and pull this out. Go ahead and set that aside. Using a plastic trim tool remover, I'm going to go ahead and get underneath the door panel. And we're going to gently pry it out and pull away to release the plastic retainer clips holding our door panel on. Once those are all released, go ahead and work the door panel in the upward position. Swinging this away. You want to reach down inside here and disconnect the connector to the window switch. Go ahead and use a small pick or a small flathead screwdriver. Press on this little tab right on the top center. Grab that connector and wiggle this out. Now go ahead and remove your door panel, set that aside. We'll now go ahead and remove this interior panel from the mirror. Just going to release our little plastic locking pin right here from the clip on the door. Go ahead and set that aside. I'm going to remove the bracket for the inside of the door panel here. Set that aside. Peel back your water shield. There is a sticky adhesive here. You might want to use a razor blade carefully and just cut the adhesive. We're going to go ahead and use a plastic trim tool, and on the back side of our door panel, we want to go ahead and remove the power window switch. There is a metal spring tab up here. We're just going to press down on this, and we're going to pop this out. Using the window switch, we're going to go ahead and reconnect this. And we're going to turn the key to the on position on the vehicle so we can go ahead and adjust our glass to a proper position. We can remove the window regulator. Then we're going to go ahead and power this up. And there are two bolts here and here that secure the glass to the regulator. Let's go ahead and loosen and remove those. Using a 10mm socket, let's go ahead and remove these bolts. We can go ahead and raise the glass up. Once it's in its up position, we're going to go ahead and use tape to secure the glass in place because we want to separate the glass from the regulator. Okay, we're going to go ahead and lower the regulator. The glass should stay in place. Regulator is now coming down. So now what we're going to do is remove this nut right here, this nut right here, and these three screws holding the window regulator motor. Using your 10mm socket, we'll go ahead and remove these. I'm going to go ahead and remove our connector, our power connector from the window motor itself by pressing on this little tab on the top and just wiggle that off. Go ahead and feed our unit back into the door. Go ahead and tighten down our nuts here. We're going to to line up the stud here and the stud up top. I'm going to go ahead and get the 2 nuts installed there. And we'll go ahead and tighten those down. Go ahead and take the harness for the motor and the factory harness. Go ahead and connect these here. Now I want to go ahead and adjust the regulator so that the bolt holes line up here. Now I'm going to go ahead and release the tape off the glass and slowly lower the glass down so that the bracket lines up with these holes. All right, let's slowly lower the glass while your hand is inside the door. Bring this down inside, and you're going to watch for these clips to line up. I'll go ahead and install our screws here. Once you get those started, we'll go ahead and snug those down. Once you have these 2 secured, go ahead and test the window regulator all the way up and down. Make sure everything works properly. You can now go ahead and remove your window switch again. Install our water shield. I'm just going to put a little cross hatch on the water shield here and pull our bolts through. Install our shelf bracket here. Install our mirror trim by inserting the post and the button here. Line that up. Install our window switch by installing the lower tab first, and then just press the top end. Install our harness connector here. Just line it up and hang our door panel on the upper sill plate here. Make sure it's down in position, and just go around the perimeter, pressing in on all the snaps. Install our trim piece right here. Line that up. Install our rearward mounted door panel screw. Install our lower screw in the cup. Install our screw in the door handle. And once that's tight, you can go ahead and snap over your little trim button there. Install our forward mounted panel screw. And if your door panel has the little trim button there, go ahead and snap that on right there.